Welcome back to Put You On. My name is Michael. I'm here with my dad.
Hey everyone, it's Mike.
I'm recovering from a cold. I just got sick yesterday. I'm feeling a lot better today though. Otherwise I wouldn't be pushing ourselves to do it if I didn't.
Yeah.
But even if I was feeling a little sick, I still would have pushed myself because I'm very excited for today's album.
Oh, okay.
I'm wearing it on my shirt. You can read it here. So you won't even know what the album is if you read it.
I feel like Pablo.
Yes.
Can
you take a guess?
It's not Kanye.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Okay.
So we're continuing.
I know you were on the fence about him and somebody else for today.
Well, last week I was going to do him or JPEG.
Oh, right.
So since you made your way through JPEG, I figured.
That was, yeah.
I figured I'd reward you with,
okay.
Again, not that I ever know how you'll feel about now, but I have a strong feeling that
he's pretty consistent.
There's never really been a project of his that you've heard that you haven't enjoyed. I don't think so far.
No. Yeah,
like
100%.
Pretty much everything you've heard, thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
So this is continuing his solo albums. So the last one we did was a few months ago. It was called Yeezus.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, that had a lot of like more experimental sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty short album. I think album's like 9 songs. So that was 2013. So 3 years later, he returned with his next album, which is called The Life of Pablo. And that came out in 2016. This is his 7th album. A little bit of backstory on the album, because, in every Kanye era, I was thinking like how Taylor Swift had her eras.
Yeah.
I mean, Kanye's, I think I said this maybe when we were recording.
He could do it.
He really has the same sort of, like every
trajectory
cycle and album, he really has like his own little era of his life and his music. He's someone that's constantly changing, sound and style. And
yeah, and if she, put that in the minds of artists, maybe they, someone like Kanye could say, hey.
Because he is,
oh, that'd be epic.
When I think back on these records, I think back on the time, I think back on, what he was doing in his life and what he was showing, because he's, just an artist through and through. So this was an album that was tweaked a lot. Similar to how I said with JPEG Mafia, with LP, how he kind of kept changing little tiny details. This was one that was, had like an early version of it that came out that was leaked. Then he tweaked a couple different things. Then the album came out on Jay-Z has a streaming platform called Tidal. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No.
But he would offer like exclusive deals to Tidal. Like if a lot of albums that would come out would be like exclusively on Tidal, meaning you had to pay for that subscription service just to listen to the album. You couldn't get it anywhere else. So that's where this album officially first released in 2016. Then a couple months later, it came out on regular streaming services with tweaks and changes to songs, changes to titles, changes to lyrics. So The Life of Pablo, the title, I know it's a little bit interesting compared to a lot of his other records. There's a few different meanings behind it. One being the relation to Pablo Picasso as an artist and Kanye as an artist. The relation between Pablo Escobar and his life as a person and Kanye's life. There was also a kid named Pablo that like was one of the first people to tell Kanye that he wanted him to run for president. There is the Apostle Paul, who I don't remember if it's in Italian or in Spanish that it translates to Pablo instead of Paul. Paulo or Pablo, something like that.
Paulo, yeah.
Yeah. And then people have also said that like the which one kind of ties into that, like the fact that there's different meanings behind which Pablo.
I see a lot of green check marks there, so
that means all these songs are saved. That's what it means. Yeah, track 1 is called Ultralight Beam. Also, no features listed, but I'll tell you the big ones. This one is featuring Chance the Rapper.
Oh, yeah, he's not my favorite.
I'm trying to keep my faith. We on an ultralight beam. We on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. This is everything. Deliver us serenity. Deliver us peace. Deliver us love. Yeah. We know we need it. We on an ultralight beam. We on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. Everything. I'm trying to keep my faith, but I'm looking for more. Hey, 'cause I know that you'll make everything alright, and I know that you'll take good care of your child. Oh, no longer am afraid of the night, 'cause I look to the light. If they come for you, I will shield your name. I will field their questions. I will feel your pain. I made Sunday candy, I'm never going to hell. I met Kanye West, I'm never going to fail. He said let's do a good ass job with Chance 3. I hear you gotta sell it to snatch the Grammy. Let's make it so free and the bar so hard that it ain't one gosh darn part you can't tweet. This is my part, nobody else speak. This is my part, nobody else speak. This little light of mine, glory be to God, yeah. I'ma make sure that they go where they can't go. If they don't wanna ride, I'ma still give them raincoats. Know what God said when he made the first rainbow? Just notice at the end if I'm too late for the intro. I'm just having fun with it. You know that a nigga was lost.
For everyone that feels they said I'm sorry too many times, you can never go too far when you can't come back home again. That's why I need
If you ever want to know what American gospel is, there it is right there. I mean, that's what makes the United States so unique, is that this music was formed out of, slavery, private services, secret services, and, the passion and the voices are just stem from like desperation and unlimited faith.
Yeah.
And the way the choir stops and you can hear the echo, towards the end is beautiful. The beat was throwing me so many times because, like you, if I start to hear a thump.
Yeah, the kicks come in, but then they pull out.
Yeah, like boom, boom, boom. Like, what do you get? Like 8 or 9 of them. And then it just stops.
4 hits and then it stops. And the synths come in.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a reason to the beats, but I would have liked it just a cappella, even just the choir behind him, little tweaking of his voice there I heard with the auto tune, but
gorgeous intro.
Yeah, I mean, this is not. I don't know if it's a gospel album.
No, not
right?
really.
So,
but there's a lot of those themes throughout.
So
faith.
Yeah, and there could be artists that don't express their faith at all in music. Then there's ones that do it subtly, like U2. They'll sneak in lyrics from the Bible here and there.
Kanye's never shied away.
No, he has not.
I mean, even from the first 1 to 2 albums we did, that was major topics in his songs.
Yeah, you know where his allegiance is, what his belief is.
Yeah. So this is Father Stretch My Hands Part 1, and then there's Part 2 that comes right after.
You're the only power. You're the only power. You're the only power. You're the only power.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Beautiful morning, yeah, the sun in my morning bed.
Oh.
Nothing in the water.
Featuring Kid Cudi, I forgot to say.
Beautiful morning, yeah, the sun in my morning bed. Nothing in the water.
I just wanna feel liberated. Now if I fuck this model and she just bleach her asshole, and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'ma feel like an asshole. I was high when I met her. We was down at Tribeca. She get under your skin if you let her. She get under your skin. I don't even wanna talk about it. I don't even wanna talk about it. I don't even wanna say nothing. I just wanna feel liberated. I just wanna feel liberated. If I ever instigated, I'm sorry. Tell me who ain't here can relate.
I didn't like that one. Yeah, I didn't.
What?
I mean, it was, you know, I don't know. It was a mix of like, as a little bit of spiritual, you know, sounded like, oh, it's a beautiful morning and you're grateful. But then he talks about, you know,
Yeah.
what he talks about. And then it didn't,
It's funny.
and it was just disjointed, you know, like I know how he does parody in some of his, like where it continues, but that felt like out of place here. You know, not that I'm not saying that I'm offended by raunchiness, you know that, but it just didn't feel right in the theme.
I get what you're saying.
You know, I mean, he's saying, you know, Father, stretch my hand out. It sounds like, you know, it's a beautiful day kind of thing in the morning. So it felt like it could have had a different vibe for me if it was a little bit purer, like maybe. No, I'm just saying, you know.
No, I know
like,
what you mean.
It felt out of place.
I can imagine not knowing that that's coming the first time hearing it. It's probably
Yeah, I mean, I'm not you know.
probably throws you for a loop, especially after Ultralight Beam is so.
Yeah, and even the way it starts. But then it just, like, why? You know, why?
I know. See, it's so interesting when we do this, like trying to put myself like, what is it like hearing this for the first time? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, of course.
like, yeah, it makes you think it's gonna go like,
Yeah, like
One
continue
way.
on. Like
It's
maybe
just-
I'm listening to a gospel album,
Yeah.
but then it's like, okay.
yeah, and that's Kanye talking about bleached
okay, and
assholes.
why do people? I mean, I've heard of it, but why do people bleach their butts?
Just
For the hair?
color, just so it's not brown, so it's like white.
That's weird.
Oh my god.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, I've heard of people doing it, but shit.
So yeah, that's part one. It kind of transitions right into part two, which is just called part two. So this is basically a song had come out shortly before this by an artist named Designer. He was kind of a one-hit wonder. You've probably heard it. It was called Panda.
I know people were going crazy for something.
Yeah, but I won't say one-hit wonder. I'll say two. He had a song that came out shortly after that was also pretty popular, but he's very, very, very heavily disappeared and fallen off since this year. But this song was just huge when it came out. It was called Panda, which Kanye basically very much so popularized by putting kind of a reworked version of it on this album, which is this song, part two. So this is very heavily using the song Panda by Designer, kind of mixed in.
Perfect.
I told. Up in the morning, miss you bad. Sorry I ain't call you back. Same problem my father had. All his time, all he had, and what he dreamed. All his cash, market crash, hurt him bad. People get divorced for that. Drop some stacks, pops is good. Mama passed in Hollywood. Oh.
I got broads in Atlanta. Just at the lean the family. Credit cards in the scammers. Hitting the list in the drum. Legacies, family. Wait and see, look like a planet. Going out like a Montana. Honey killers on the helmets. I be pulling us up in the finest shit. I got plenty of stuff with Bugatti, but look how I try this shit. Legacies, family. Wait and see, killing no comma.
How can
too.
Yeah, I
It's a wild song.
very
A lot going on.
yeah, very disjointed.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if the last album was experimental, that's about as experimental as I've heard him also.
Yeah, he's like speeding up a sample, chopping it, rapping over top, kind of playing
No
different
music,
sounds.
stopping. Yeah, very.
Yeah, it's a very wacky song. It really just made that song very popular by putting it on this album, which was the song that whole hook and beat drop and everything is just the song Panda by Designer that he kind of just took a chunk of and just stuck it on there with his own little verse, which yeah, it's
kind of strange.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange. It's a little bit strange. And it samples the song, the song Bomb Bomb by Sister Nancy from the 80s. It's like an old kind of reggae style song. But I believe Swizz Beatz helped produce this song. I'm giving you a lot of info just because I have so much knowledge on this album. So
yeah,
I'm kind of bombarding you a little bit.
I mean, I might have heard it, but not by name.
Yeah, this is Kanye and Rihanna. It's called Famous. And I think you'll catch the line that stirred things up quite a bit pretty early on.
Man, I can understand how it might be kind of hard to love a girl like me. I don't blame you much for wanting to be free. I just wanted you to know.
Swiss told me let the beat rock. For all my Southside niggas that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous. Goddamn. I made that bitch famous. For all the girls that got dick from Kanye West, if you see him in the streets, give him Kanye's best. Why? They mad they ain't famous. Goddamn. They mad they still nameless. Talk that talk, man. A man in the store trying to try his best, but he just can't seem to get Kanye fresh.
From the very start, I don't blame you much for wanting to be free.
Rihanna's so good, huh?
I just wanted you to know.
I be Puerto Rican Day Parade floating. That Benz Marina Del Rey coasting. She in school to be a real estate agent. Last month I helped her with the car payment. Young and we alive. We never gonna die. I just copped a jet to fly over personal debt. Put one up in the sky.
Swizz narrating.
I've loved you better than your own kin did from the very start. I don't blame you much for wanting to be free. I just wanted you to know.
Such a good song.
Yeah, I like it. It had a lot of different twists. His rapping is really good there.
Yeah.
Very clear again.
He's kind of, this is the first track where he's kind of coming in full, right? The other ones, he's kind of in the background more, the first couple.
Yeah.
This one, he's coming out more with the verses. And
Yeah. Oh, right. Showing off how good he is.
great flow.
As short as it was, it's still nice to hear.
Yeah. So the Taylor line was very controversial.
I mean,
See, the interesting thing is like,
if he hadn't done what he did on the VMAs, I don't think it would have been as controversial.
right, it's because of everything that they had gone through together.
Right. I mean, hearing it now, it sounds like okay.
As Kanye, as someone who like knows Kanye very well, I never even remembered it the first time hitting me that crazily because he's kind of known to throw those things that are supposed to be kind of funny, kind of shocking.
Right.
And listen, I'm not an expert on the matter at all. I'm just going off of what I know.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. So don't, I'm just saying based off what I know, he had reached out to her prior to the song coming out and told her that he was going to put the line in it and it was going to be for shock value. and she gave him the okay. I don't know what happened after that. I don't know if that's true. That's what I know, is that that's what I'm aware of. I mean, could be wrong.
Knowing what we know, the Swifties probably went nuts.
Yeah, I think they didn't. I'm sure they didn't.
I mean, if she gave her permission, and if that was his intent to do it. I
believe that's what happened. I believe. Yeah. So, I don't think it's
but
too
even
bad.
if he didn't, yeah, it doesn't, I mean, compared to things we hear
it's
in
a very
songs,
light,
yeah, it's like
clearly a joke too, I would
exactly,
say. Like, I don't think he was trying to make a statement. I think
no, but then if you think about the music and I'd say the song overall, that had a very big potential for a reggae type.
Oh yeah,
I think he really could have used Rihanna to it, like how she did
on Auntie, the album we did.
Even Umbrella, you know, like using her ability to really bring her Bayesian roots out.
I think she's a good fit on that song for that reason.
She is. And but just the fact that he sampled that other one feels like the whole thing could have been like that riff could have been the whole way through, and then his rapping in between.
Track 5 is called Feedback.
There it is.
Yeah.
Hey, you heard about the good news? Y'all sleeping on me, huh? Had a good snooze. Wake up, nigga, wake up. We about to get this paper. Money never made me. Made me do something, nah, can't make me.
What's the title?
Even if the money low can't pay me. Even if the money low can't play me. Hey, you heard about the good news? Y'all sleeping on me, huh? Had a good snooze. Wake up, nigga, wake up. We about to get this paper. Pablo bought a rollie and a rock wilder. Seem like the more fame I only got wilder. Hands up, we just doing what the cops taught us. Hands up, we just doing what the cops taught us. Name one genius that ain't crazy. Follow, I follow you. Borrowed, our motto. I'm a Chicago South Sider. I'm a Chicago South Sider. Hey, y'all heard about the good news? Y'all sleeping on your boy, had a good snooze. Wake up, nigga, wake up. It's time to get the paper. I've been out of my mind a long time. Driving in the same car that they kill parking. Driving in the same that they kill parking. Hands up, we just doing what the cops taught us. Hands up, then the cops shot us.
Hold on. Wait a second. Everybody here, I'm gonna get an Uber. You know what that means? You get a fur. You get a fur. You get a jet. You get a jet. Big booty bitch for you. Woo!
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
our boy.
That's just classic, straight up rap with a great, sound in the back.
Just
can't get better than that.
Letting loose.
That could go on for.
I love that song.
Yeah, that could go on for 10 minutes because he's got
the flow is just
really good. Yeah,
just on nonstop.
Yeah,
and then throwing in the
everybody's
comedic
name
ending.
And yeah,
hey, you get a fur. You get a fur. I love that song. Yeah. I mean, that's what we love about Kanye.
I agree.
Great lyrics, great
Find
flow,
a great little sound that he can tweak and play with. And
like taking that little screechy
for the car,
that little screechy noise and
feedback.
And then just looping it into a nice drum beat. It's so sick.
Pretty cool. He could have gone. I mean, honestly, that's one you can listen to.
And it's short too.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I bet he had a lot that he had to decide.
You know what I like a lot about this album, and you'll hear it as it goes on, is like, it seemed like he was in such an insane creative flow when he made this. Like some of the songs literally just feel like he's standing in front of the mic with the beat looping, and he's just letting it flow out of him.
This one felt like that.
Yeah, like it feels
like I would have liked to have heard more lyrics for that beat.
So that's Feedback. Track 6 is called Low Lights.
In the middle of the night, and I won't always have to wake up by myself wondering how I'm gonna get through the day. I won't always have to think about what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna make it, how I'm gonna get there, because he's gonna be there for me.
I was trying to find the vocalist.
Someday the sky above will open up and he will reach out his hand and guide me through. Oh yes, he will. I won't always be crying these tears. You are the joy of my life.
It's Lowlights. A little kind of like an interlude.
Yeah, it's just a
but really nice
prayer.
great.
I can't say anything more than that.
Yeah.
Just beautiful expression of someone's faith and devotion, and I give him a lot of credit for putting that on an album.
Yeah, and to be a standalone track too. That's not even
exactly
not a sample or a part of a song. That
had to feel really good for that
full track
woman.
Yeah, so that goes right into Lowlights. Goes right into track 7, which is called Highlights, and this is featuring Young Thug.
Featuring who, Mike?
Young Thug.
We only making the highlight. Tell her mama that I only want my whole life. Sometimes I wishing that my dick had GoPro, so I could play that shit back in slow-mo. I just shot an amateur video, I think I should GoPro. We only making the highlight.
I think he was the first artist I ever heard auto-tune his voice.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
808s and Heartbreak, he did it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm about the fair kind. Life is a marathon. I'ma shit the paradigm. I'ma turn up every time. I'ma bust the coach's head open on some Diddy shit. If he ever talk to my son like an idiot. One time for a nigga really getting it. 2 times cause we got the whole city lit. Advice for all my niggas. Impregnate Bridget. So when she have a baby, she gon' make another nigga. Got the fruit of Islam in the trenches, huh? Even though they know Jesus is a Christian, huh? She spent a whole check on some Christians, and that girl ain't even religious. Walking, living, breathing, God, you know my past well.
I need every bad bitch up in Nico now. I wanna know if you're a freak or not. Bad bitch up in Nico now. I wanna know if you're a freak or not. Oh Lord, oh my Lord, no, no, no.
It was okay. I liked how he had that. There was that nice little run where you could tell he was pouring his heart out into the rap, almost like you could see him like, you know, sweating and grinding it out to get the words out. Like he was really pushing it,
speaking about his family and his life.
That part I liked. The rest of it was, it was a well-crafted song.
Yeah. There's a lot of eclectic songs on here that are kind of taking different directions.
Yeah, like it's like he found a way to make that snap so sharp.
Oh, it's such a cool sound, right?
So
it's like it's like a whip kind of.
I can't not use that a million times. Yeah, I just find that he has So overall for a song, he can use that snap to make it sound so great. He can,
and the melodies.
Repeat the hooks. Right. And then from the middle on is like a nice little a cool vibe. But I really liked his front half of that, the whole statement thing where he's really I can hear it in his voice where he's like really getting into it.
Yeah. Track 8 is called Freestyle 4.
They got rap God shit, nigga. I rip 81 of these motherfuckers down. Hey. Bitch out, tits out. Oh shit, my dick out. Can she suck right now? Fuck, can she fuck right now? I done asked twice now. Can you bring your price down? Little woozy with the wipe down. A little woozy but I'm nice now. What the fuck right now? Would everybody stop fucking?
A look into his brain.
Would everybody stop fucking now?
Honestly, like,
you motherfuckers living like half in your level.
Where he talks about aren't all geniuses crazy? Yeah. This is like voices song. I mean, because I have the ADD, I'm picking up so much shit. It sounds like a little bit of horror music,
yeah,
but it could also be like a little bit like of an Italian, like almost like an Italian.
Oh yeah,
love song,
like on a boat or something.
yeah. I mean, that is if you had to wonder, you know, when people say like, "Oh, he's crazy," or you know, but that might be as close as I've ever heard him put into a song. The different levels, because honestly, I was picking up everything. Like, ooh, this is good. This is like,
yeah,
it sounds like an Italian, you know, violinist, but then I can also hear the macabre.
Yeah,
sinisterness of it,
slight like uncomfortable.
Yeah, and in the beginning, he, you know, it's
close
like
ass, see
like,
things.
Yeah, like he can't even get it out to you quick enough to let you know this is, you know,
as
this is how it goes.
Coming into his head.
Yeah, this is how it goes for me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let the next two play back to back because this one's sort of an interlude. It's short. So this is "I Love Kanye," track 9.
Okay,
and that goes into track 10, which is called "Waves," which is featuring Kid Cudi and Chris Brown.
I miss the old Kanye, straight from the gold Kanye. Chop up the soul Kanye, set on his goals Kanye. I hate the new Kanye, the bad mood Kanye, the always rude Kanye,
like
spaz in the news Kanye. I miss the sweet Kanye.
I love how he
Chop
leaves
up
that
the beats
in.
Kanye. I gotta say, at that time I'd like to meet Kanye. That's all it was Kanye. We still love Kanye, and I love you like Kanye loves Kanye.
Didn't he use that in wasn't that part of like a song before?
Like,
or no?
I'm the one your bitch like. Yeah, I'm the one your bitch like.
Great interlude though.
And I be talking shit like I ain't scared to lose a fist fight. And she grabbing on my like she wanna see if it'll fit right. That's just the wave. Yeah. Waves don't die. Let me grasp you for the moment. I don't need to own you, no lie.
Almost sounds like The Weeknd there.
Yeah, it's Chris Brown. Beautiful feature. Makes the whole song.
Aaron likes him, yeah.
Sun don't shine in the shade.
Fantastic vocal drop too. Sample.
Even when somebody go away, you said the night on fire. I'm still gonna be here in the morning, no lie.
That was nice. I really like that one.
Gorgeous.
The fact that he was able to synthetically make that sound like it could be a choir.
Yeah.
But just a really nice melody.
Beautiful.
What's his name?
Chris Brown.
Oh,
fucking one of the best parts of the whole album.
Yeah, that was really good. Really good. I mean, that was tailor-made for his voice.
And then you have Kid Cudi humming his low hums in the background that just gives the whole thing just like a
very nice,
ethereal, calm.
Yeah, very perfect for the
vibe.
Title too. Just
Waves.
comes in waves.
So beautiful.
That was good.
That was a song that he almost left off the album, and then Chance the Rapper convinced him. He was like, "There's no way." He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I don't think it's good enough to make the album." And Chance the Rapper convinced him.
Wow.
He's like, "You need to put that on." He's like, "It's so beautiful."
I like it. I mean, even as a standalone song, like not even as part of the project,
it's just beautiful.
That would go on any of the albums he's done.
And as you always do, speaking of The Weeknd, the next song is FML.
Oh, no way. No way.
Yeah. Track 11.
I've been waiting for a minute for my lady, so I came Jeopardize that for one of these hoes. I've been living without limits. As far as my business, I'm the only one that's in control. I've been feeling all I given, revealing the layers to my soul.
I wish I would go ahead and fuck my life up. Can't let them get to me. And even though I always fuck my life up, only I can mention it.
See, before I let you go, one last thing I need to let you know. You ain't ever seen nothing crazy then. This nigga when he off his Lexapro. Remember that last time in Mexico? Remember that last time the episode? Asking me why the hell I text the code 4 times just to say don't text me, ho. Told you 4 times don't text me, ho. Now we finna lose all self-control, but you ain't finna be raising your voice at me, especially when we in the Giuseppe store. But I'ma have the last laugh in the end.
Don't stop your loving. Just something nothing. No, not for nothing. They don't wanna see me love you. Don't know those something. They always loving. They always want it. They don't wanna see me love you. They don't wanna see me love you.
My goodness.
Just a fucking unbelievable track. It's so good. I mean, The Weeknd, absolutely perfect fit for the sentiment.
The high part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To match Kanye's.
For him to say it. Yeah.
To match Kanye's emotion in the track.
Yeah, you're right. He could have said it himself, but
The Weeknd gives that like
he does.
soft, kind of sad, breaking voice. I mean, just so well written.
He made me look twice about the Lexapro because I know I took it before I got it. I said, did I take it or not? I did take it tonight. I mean,
one of those great vulnerable, introspective, real.
If you ever listen to Pink Floyd or are a fan of Pink Floyd, you know, there's a lot of
those sounds,
mental illness driven themes.
Yeah.
Because one of the members, the original founding members, you know, he lost his mind. I don't know if he had a nervous breakdown or what, but he became mentally, you know, ill and had to leave. But the remaining members wrote songs about him because of how their dealings with him, of what it was like to sit with him. And, you know,
this is the lead singer.
No, he was just one of the founding members who played instruments, but the remaining members kept the band going.
Okay.
And for a while, he still played instruments, but when they had to let him go, he just and he became a recluse. Like they didn't even know where he was for like 10, 15 years. I think I like his music so much because I almost feel like I could be in a room with him and appreciate him, and you feel like you could have that vibe with him, but at the same time you'd be so frightened of him to snap or go off on you.
Yeah.
Like how does someone maintain a relationship with someone so volatile but yet so talented and
genuine?
And how much of that do you tolerate because you know when the real guy
Kanye,
sits down next to you? I mean, it amplified that for me. It exemplified it for me, for him, just so great, just because it did have that, you know, even a little bit of the choppiness in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Still.
The great piano keys.
Yeah, just still stopping short. And
a nice build, too, into the more aggressive, when he's really getting the thoughts out. And it's kind of like he's getting angrier at himself as the track goes on. It gets more intense.
And it's not even himself. It's like the thing that you need to get angry at is the condition, right?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, nobody likes to have the things they have.
The life situation.
Yeah, I wish, you know, it's almost like him saying, I wish I could turn this off.
We hit a nice, beautiful little vulnerable pocket here in the album of the next few tracks. So this does not.
So that's no
not a one-off.
coincidence. That's he knows, you know.
So it's definitely purposefully placed. The next track is called "Real Friends." This is featuring Ty Dolla $ign, who is the artist that his next album is going to be with. It's going to be a collab album with this singer.
Oh, wow.
Ty Dolla $ign, yeah.
So that's
He's been featured on with Kanye a few times, yeah.
Real friends, how many of us? How many of us? How many jealous? Real friends, there's not many of us. We smile at each other, but how many honest? Trust issues, switch up the number. I can't be bothered, I cannot blame you. Damn, I forgot to call him. Shit, I thought it was Thursday. Why you wait a week to call my phone in the first place? When was the last time I remembered a birthday? When was the last time I wasn't in a hurry?
Boy.
Tell me you want them tickets when it's game time. Even to call your daughter on the FaceTime.
Ty Dolla $ign
Even when we
has
was
a
young,
fantastic
I used to
R&B
make
voice. So
now
beautiful.
we be way too busy just to make time. Even for my
real friends, I guess I get what I deserve, don't I? Word on the streets is they ain't heard from them. Like I ain't got enough pressure to deal with. Please don't pressure me with that bill shit.
Cause everybody got them that ain't children. Oh, you been nothing but a friend to me.
Niggas thinking I'm crazy, you defending me. It's funny, I ain't spoke to niggas in centuries. To be honest, dog, I ain't feeling your energy.
Money turn your kin into an enemy.
How many?
What's best for your family, immediate or extended? Any argument, the media extended.
I had a cousin that stole my laptop that I was fucking bitches on. Pay that nigga $250,000 just to get it from him. Real friends.
Awesome.
Top tier Kanye.
Yeah, man.
Top tier.
Yeah. I mean, without excuses, just without feeling sorry for himself or anything.
Just stating it
like it is. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Damn, it's just fucked up.
I'm just not feeling you, you know, whatever.
How crazy is that, the line that's his cousin stole his laptop and then made him pay
I believe
$250,000?
I believe it.
It's just like, it's showing
people's true colors.
how people transform in his life when the more success he got. Like, that's insane.
Of course, yeah.
But again, it's like they know.
I mean, and honestly, the reason I mentioned it on the previous track was because I did catch a video. Remember I said to you, have you seen his latest? And I don't even know if it's latest, but he's got the outfit on or whatever.
With like the 20 people around him.
Yeah, and he's basically fucking telling them right to their face. You know, none of you here are here because you're my friend.
And they're all...
He's basically... Yeah, exactly.
Camera in the
face.
And
then one kept trying to speak up and talk over him, and he said, "Get her out of here. Just throw her out."
What was the one? He's like, "You're gonna get me exiled."
Yeah, he's like, "Just fucking shut up." And then he ended up throwing her out like it was nothing. You know, there must be so many people just clamoring to be.
And you know what's interesting is the title of his next album is called Vultures.
Oh, well, yeah.
Which is a very
it's telling
on brand for kind of what's seems to be going on in his life.
I mean, I can't imagine.
So track 13 is called Wolves.
And the new album's called Vultures.
Yeah.
Lost out, beat up, dancing, found it. I found you somewhere down there, right there. Lost and beat up, found it, dancing. I found you somewhere right down there, right around there. Lost and found out. You too wild, and I need you now. Lost
Emphasis on the two is really hard. He doesn't try to clean it up like.
Sorry when it's Hennessy. Don't fool yourself. Your eyes don't lie. You're much too good to be true. Don't fight. Yeah, I feel you burning. Everything's burning.
You found me in your gaze. Oh, I found me. Oh, Jesus. I was too wild. I was too wild. I was too wild.
See how her too wild isn't even close to his.
Yeah,
too wild.
And I need you now. Lost and find out.
Yeah. You gotta let me know if I could be your Joseph. Only tell you real shit. That's the T, no sip. Don't trip, don't trip. That pussy slippery, know it. We ain't tripping on shit. We just sipping on this. Baby, what if you was clubbing, thugging, hustling before you met your husband? Then I said, what if Mary was in the club, but she met Joseph around hella thugs? Cover Nori and lamb's wool. We surrounded by the fucking wool.
That little part and this part feel like he took like werewolf sounds.
Yes. And just
and turned it into music.
Yeah, like singing.
Yeah, I mean, am I the only one?
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah.
Like this, and what, like right before this, what was that little, like where there was a little grunty part?
I'm gonna let this little outro play.
Oh, okay.
This is Frank Ocean.
Burn out, cave in. We found out. We found out.
It's Wolves.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost inevitable that I knew he would have to say something about wolf in sheep's clothing. I knew that was going to come.
Yeah, like surrounded by the wolves.
But the picture of Mary and
in the club.
Nori.
I remember hearing it the first time and being like, what did he say?
I mean,
what did he say?
There's been comedians that have done things like that, you know, like when she tells him she's pregnant by, you know.
Yeah.
And he said, who was that again?
Such a fascinating sonic, the sonics of the song are just
that
unreal.
pitch really made me feel like you're in the woods, and
it's like a cold winter.
Yeah, it could be, you know, it could be the sound of wolves. And then at the very end, he did a little something different with the wolf sound, I thought.
Yeah, let's go back. So the reason why I let it play is because this Frank's track, in the earlier version of that album was just the end of the song, but for some reason he split it into because you could kind of hear the same melody following there. And I think Frank was maybe gonna be doing the hook of the song, but then Kanye took him off. So.
Okay.
But you're talking about this part here, this.
Just said, baby, what? We should cover
here.
Yeah, hear that? It could, it's almost like a growling, or on
like
the
one
other
of those
hand,
horns.
Yeah, the shofars, like the Jewish people blow through the horn.
But then
or like a wailing wolf.
Yeah.
But it also got the feeling of like something Middle Eastern feel.
It's so many emotions in the
in the howl, and then he puts that right back.
Brings it right back up.
Yeah.
It's so
like
interesting.
Almost like the male female.
Yeah.
Very clever.
And track 17 is one of my all-time favorite
Another
Kanye songs.
one.
Yet again. Hands down.
Back to back.
Back to back. Hands down one of my favorite Kanye songs of all time. This is Kanye West and Kendrick Lamar. No more parties in LA.
Let me tell you, I'm out here from a very far away place. Oh, for a chance to be a star, nowhere seems to be too far.
No more parties in LA, please, baby. No more parties in LA. No more parties in LA, please, baby. No more parties in LA. No more.
Los Angeles,
please.
Shake that body, party that body.
Please.
Shake that body, party that body.
Please.
Shake that body, party that body.
Hey baby, you forgot your Ray-Bans, and my sheets still orange from your spray tan.
It was more than soft porn for the gay man. She remember my sprinters and I was in the great van. Well, cutie, I like your bougie booty. Come America by do me. Well, let's make a movie. Hell, you know my repertoire is like a wrestler. I show you the rope, connect the dots. I said, baby, spin around and say the alphabet backwards. You're dealing with malpractice. Don't kill a good nigga's confidence just cause he a nerd and you don't know what a condom is. The hair's still good, though. The hair's still good, though. Maybe say Lamio, they ain't get yo. Make a nigga say big words and act lyrical. Make me get spiritual. Make me believe in miracles. Buddha's months and Captain Crunch cereal. Then my shoe release, she was kicking in gratuity. And yeah, G, I was all for it. She said, Kayla Ma, you kinda dumb to be a poet. I'ma put you on game for the lames that don't know they're rookie. Instagram is the best way to promote some pussy.
Scary.
In case you forgot how good Kendrick was.
Scary. No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. Friday night trying to make it into the city. Breakneck speed, passage to see something pretty. Thinking back to how I got here in the first place. Second class bitches wouldn't let me on first base. Remember Amber told my boy no matter what happens, she ain't going back to Philly. Back to our regularly scheduled programming of week content and slow jamming. But don't worry, this one's so jamming. You know what LA is so jamming. I be thinking every day my holiday I need to put up some goddamn barricades. I be paranoid every time. The pressure, the problem ain't I be driving. The problem is I be texting. My psychiatrist got kids that I inspired. First song they played for me was about their friend that just died. I know some fans thought I wouldn't rap like this again, but the writer's block is over. MCs cancel your plans. A 38-year-old, 8-year-old, a rich nigga problems. Told my wife that I hate the road, so I don't ever drive it. It took 6 months to get the Maybach. I'm at it out, and my assistant crashed as soon as they backed it out. Goddamn, got up off fade, I might slam. Pink fur, got no redressing like Cam. High speed, turbo dots. Drop it like Robocop. She brace herself and hold my stomach. Good dick could do that. She keep pushing me back. Good dick could do that. She push me back when the dick go too deep. This good dick could put your ass to sleep. Get money, big money. And as far as real friends, tell all my cousins I love them, even the one that stole the laptop. You dirty motherfucker. I just keep on loving you, baby. And there's no one else I know can take your place. Please, no more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA.
Nowhere seems to be too far.
Oh, come on. No, I needed to hear. I thought Kendrick was coming back.
Nah, he just got one verse.
Yo, that might have been the best rap I've ever heard.
It's like, it's literally just 6 minutes of Kendrick and Kanye just shredding the microphone.
I mean, I was trying to think like
it's
maybe Jay-Z might have, might have held what I thought was like, some of the best minutes.
Rapping wise, that's like one of the best Kanye.
I'm going to agree with that.
Tracks ever.
It's definitely the best one I've heard.
He just annihilates.
And not not bullshit rhymes.
No, like,
or I mean legitimate lyrics, like fucking meaningful shit. Not probing at anybody, making fun of anybody.
Just going in on the fucking mic.
Oh man.
And you know what I feel like is there's a couple tracks like this in his discography. Not very many, but I feel like because he's on it, he has Kendrick on the track.
Elevated the game.
He feels the need to like, okay, let me really put my best.
Which is why I would have loved another.
Like, let me just rap my ass off.
It felt like a rap battle.
Because Kendrick's verse is so intense at the beginning. It
was. And then when he came back.
So he has to match that.
And I wanted one. I know. Oh, man, that was
But it would have been like an 8-minute track if that was the case. It's already 6.
Fuck
but
that.
It's so good.
That one trumps any of the. This is such a and again, there was a lot of Pablo references in here, which was cool.
Yeah, he brings the theme in a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like Pablo when I'm working on my shoes. I feel like Pablo when he's on the news.
I mean, there was just so much. And
so many
So
punch
it really
lines.
makes you feel like this album is all over the, you're getting the full spectrum of just stuff he wanted to, there's no real theme. Yes, this is, this might be the closest one to the talk of, Pablo.
Yeah.
But what a wide array now, from Tender to fucking, might be the best rap. The most I've gotten into a lyrical part with that
Non-stop.
much, you know,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun,
And
dun,
the,
dun,
and
dun,
the
dun,
beat
dun,
and sample is
it
just
didn't change.
perfect.
He just let it go.
Track 18 is called Facts. Charlie Heat version. Charlie Heat is another producer.
Yeah.
Yeezy, Yeezy, Yeezy just jumped over, jumpin'.
That's Drake.
Yeezy, Yeezy, Yeezy just jumped over, jumpin'. Yeezy, 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 I feel so accomplished. I done talked a lot of shit, but I just did the numbers. Herzog and Adidas, man, you know they love it. If Nike ain't had Drizzy, man, they wouldn't have nothing. Woo! If Nike ain't had Dossie, man, they wouldn't have nothing. Woo! 2020, I'ma run the whole election. Yeah. I've been trending years, y'all a couple days. Easy in the house and we just gotta praise. Nike treat employees just like slaves. Gay LeBron a Billy not to run away. $10,000 fur for Nori, I just copped it. Your baby daddy won't even take your daughter shopping. And we made $1 million a minute. We made $1 million a minute. We did. Yeah, we made $1 million a minute. We made $1 million a minute.
I haven't heard poppin' shit in a long time. That's a really old expression.
The names just like Steve Harvey. Tell Adidas that we need $1 million in production. I done told y'all all I needed was the infrastructure. Now we hottest in the streets, it ain't no discussion. James Harden, Swaggy P running up the budget. We just best to be alive, yeah, ain't got the truth. So let's celebrate the life for Timbuktu. Timbuktu.
Cool song.
Yeah, a lot about his sneakers and and sneaker companies.
Taking shots at Nike and Drake. And
that must have been his...
yeah, they had a nice little beef going there.
They did. And the sneaker contracts and all that, you know.
Rest in peace. Kanye and Adidas.
Contract.
No longer a thing.
Yeah. But
it's a fun song.
Hard hitting. I mean, this is what he said. You know, they say I'm too aggressive, but...
And him literally screaming towards the beginning.
Yeah, I love it.
How we've heard him do that on a few tracks.
Yeah.
Like unleash the...
Yeah, the tiger. Flexing. Why not?
So yeah, this is Fade. This has Ty Dolla $ign again and Post Malone.
I feel it fade. When no one ain't around, I feel it fade.
Who is that?
Ty Dolla $ign.
I think I think too much.
I feel it fade.
I forgot there was another one.
Ain't nobody watching. I feel it fade. I just fade away. I feel it. Fade away. I feel away, yeah. I think too much. I feel it. Your love is fading. I feel it.
Roll up, hold up, pull up. I love I wanna, I'm tryna
feel it. I'ma rock the boat, work the middle till it hurt a little.
This is Post Malone coming in.
Fade away.
You don't even know I've been so far gone. I've been so let down. I've been running. I feel it. I've been on my shit, whole world on my feet. I just need you now.
I can feel it.
Deep inside, deep inside.
I feel it. Can feel it.
The sample usage is so epic.
It feels, the whole song feels like a 4 a.m. after hours place where you just walk in and it's thumping, it's playing, and it just it could play the whole rest of the time the thing is open.
I feel it fade. I feel it fade.
Oh, what a groove.
I feel it fade.
It definitely feels like this.
Yeah, it's
you know,
just thumping.
DJ's just doing his fucking thing, and it sounds like a compilation of you know, what you would expect a DJ to do.
Yeah, even with all the samples, the fade.
It's great. It's great.
Little vocal chops and stuff.
I feel it fade. Yeah, that could, I mean, that would have me, yeah, I would want that if you're in a club.
And all that on top of that, just boom, 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 boom. Just that bass just ripping.
Sounds like a Batman, you know, the old Batman.
Yeah, not much Kanye on that song, but the production is...
Don't need it.
Production is just, like you said, it's meant to be like a...
And again, it's just, you know...
And the music video matches that perfectly. It's another artist that he's worked with, Tiana Taylor. It's just her in the gym, just like with headphones, and she's just like dancing like crazy. Like it's meant to just be like a sweaty, dancey...
Yeah, I mean, all I can imagine is like what I've seen of the DJs with holding their, you know, the headphone and just... You know, everything is dark and
just the bass pumping.
Yeah, I can kind of remember like walking into these places, like, you know, I don't even know where I was going from where I was, but somebody just says follow you, and you go there, and then you just go into one of these places where the beer's coming in like, you know, fucking, I don't even know what, like these skinny glasses. And
I think you're dating yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I probably am.
So this is the final track. It's called Saint Pablo, and this is featuring an artist that I love very much. His name's Sampha. You heard him on the Mr. Morale album that Kendrick had. Actually, I'm still looking forward to. I want to do that album that came out last year with you on the channel, because it's one of my favorite albums of the last year. But yeah, I know I've said this for like a lot of the tracks, but this is one of my favorite Kanye tracks, just in general. I think it's a great album closer.
908, LA time, back in the lab and shit. My wife said, I can't say no to nobody, and at this rate we gon' both die broke. Got friends that ask me for money knowing I'm in debt, and like my wife said, I still didn't say no. People tryna say I'm going crazy on Twitter. My friend's best advice was to stay low. I guess it's hard to decipher all of the bills, especially when you got family members on payroll. The media said it was outlandish spending. The media said he's way out of control. I just feel like I'm the only one not pretending. I'm not out of control, I'm just not in a control. Most blacks with money have been beaten to submission. Yeezy with the big house did it way different. Never listen to Hollywood producers. Don't stare at money too long, it's Medusa. The ultimate Gemini has survived. I wasn't supposed to make it past 25.
Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife. Yeah, you're looking at
he knows how to. He knows it's such an epic song that he's got that ballad type of thing going in the back, like where it makes you feel like I'm saying something.
Pulls you in emotionally.
I've been waking the spirits of millions more to come. A million illegally downloaded my truth over the drums. The smoke screens, perceptions and false reality. Who the real owner if your boss gets a salary? I am one with the people. I am one with the people. I've been woken from a light and man's dream, checking Instagram comments to crowdsource my self-esteem. Let me not say too much or do too much, cause if I'm up way too much, I'm out of touch. I'm praying an out-of-body experience will happen, so the people can see my light. Now it's not just rapping. I would've took 100 million and gave 20 to Hove. I heard it's the way they did it when we only had the stove, but it's better that I stayed at home with my folks, cause if Jay a billionaire, then I'ma never go broke. Only thing I ask is next time I'm on stage, we all go. We all go. Not just by myself, looking for niggas like where's Waldo. She got the same shoes as my wife, but she copped them at Aldo. Modern day MJ with an off the wall flow.
Fly, fly, fly overseas. Fly overseas, oh. Anywhere, everything but in between. And you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife.
Wow,
yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife. Please face me when I speak.
Wow. Nice segment.
Please say to me something before you leave. Look at me like you knew me, but I feel so loved. Like I don't
beautiful.
know anyone except the night sky above. And you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at
Love
the church
that.
in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife. Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi.
That was The Life of Pablo.
Oh, come on. That was awesome. That one was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that song is
Oh my God.
one of the best album closers he has.
Wow.
Hands down.
I mean, like you said, the emotional, like the rise of the emotional, like where you could feel it rising in the back, but he doesn't let it crescendo.
It never crashes.
No.
It just
keeps you
lifting you.
And then he starts it all over again.
Yep. Lifts and lifts and lifts and lifts.
Oh.
And his verses are just impeccable. Some of his best writing. I mean, we talked about in the other tracks, like how he can get introspective, and
but he's still right. He manages. It doesn't matter if it's 10 years, 20 years from now. You can look back at. You can listen to this and find it. What do they say? It holds up. It holds up.
Right.
Like
relevant.
Because it's current now, just as current as it was, 15, 20 years ago. But man, I love that line. Looking up in the night sky, wondering when you're gonna say God.
Looking at the church in the night sky.
Looking at the church in the
wondering whether God's gonna say hi.
Yeah, I love
looking
that.
at the church in the night sky. You wonder where God is in your nightlife.
It's love that.
It's so beautiful.
Because I've had many times where I've looked up at the stars, and like after Grandpa died, I used to say, if there's one person that could tell me if heaven is real, it would be my dad. And like I used to beg for a shooting star like close to the moon, because when we had the house and the cutout in the bedroom, we could see, and I would go to bed and like look up at there. I say, send one right there and I'll know for sure. But I never caught it. And so that's a really cool lyric. Like if God could say hi, I think that would be one way for him to do it. But wow. Yeah, his voice. Sampha. Oh.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. I mean, that makes
it transformed it. When he came in, it just transformed it.
Makes me want to just his last album was unexpectedly. It came later in the year, and I listened to it later in the year, but I fell in love with it so fast. Bought the vinyl. I was playing some tracks for Erin Christmas Eve, but it's like, he has such a way with words and
Erin
delivery.
liked everything on Christmas
Well,
Eve.
I don't know if she remembered it at all, but even he gives the little he gives his own little verse there at the end. Besides the hook,
it's beautiful.
And he says, I promised I wouldn't fall anymore, but I'm crying at the bar. I'm wishing that you saw my scars, man. I'm wishing you came down here and stood by me and look at me like you knew me, but I feel so alone. I don't know anyone except the night sky above.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Incredible lyrics. And then to match that with Kanye's,
very serious, very mature sounding.
No
Kanye.
No punchlines.
No insanity sounding craziness or
straightforward.
Yeah, no flex talking, just brutally honest and open.
So good.
You can't deny that.
It's so good. It's like, if you can really listen to this whole album and not like any of it, I would be very surprised for anyone to not like any. But again, if you just don't like hip hop at all, if you just, that's not something you like, then, but even still, there's still gospel songs and you know what I mean? It's not just
there's something
or at least appreciate
I would
the
say
art
if you're a pop fan
that's
who
being
likes the way songs are written,
structured.
You can appreciate that this is a person who also has a very public life, who puts part of that public life into his music, doesn't make music up about, fictional characters or just very vague, you know, talking about nature or the world or love, you know, you very rarely hear him say love.
Yeah, it's all pretty specific to his
experience and
how a lot of
what different what am I bringing to the table? A brand new guy like Post Malone, a beautiful singer,
even Sampha, extremely small artist at this time, extremely small. I mean, he's still not massive, but at this time, very
you could
not well
say, oh, he's too. You know, you could be prejudiced and say, oh, I don't like him. He's got too big of an ego. Well, how could a guy with too big of an ego go ahead and do that? Or even the one song where he gave it up to Post and
Ty Dolla $ign.
He barely said 2 words.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's something to be said for the music if you can appreciate what you're hearing.
Yeah.
And
I love it. I mean, what a great album. What a great album.
Really enjoyed
and it's aged so well too. This is 8 years ago. And it sounds fresh.
It could be brand new to me.
It sounds fresh every single time I listen to it. And I don't think it'll ever sound stale.
Yeah, because
or
it's
old.
not really topical. He's not a little bit of political.
A little bit here and there, but not much.
Just, you know, 1 or 2 statements. But there's people listening to songs now about the Vietnam War and, you know, from my, rock genre. And
it's just about how it sounds.
Exactly.
And it sounds good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Life of Pablo. Sorry it's been so long we did Kanye, but we made it. Also, you know, I'm trying to savor it. You know what I mean? There's only so many Kanye albums, so I'm not rushing the journey to any degree.
To do them back to back.
Yeah, I mean, we still have like 4 more now.
It's almost like when you watch a Netflix stream,
you don't want to binge.
And then you run out, you feel like you lost your friend.
You got to pace. So thank you guys so much, as always, for watching. Sorry for my nasaliness. Thanks for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time with a new album and new video. Peace.